When the lights go out, the real world fades away and something else takes its place. Welcome to When the Lights Go Out, where your darkest encounters come to life. This is where we share the stories that keep you awake at night. Tales of haunted houses, ghostly encounters, monsters lurking, and dolls that seem alive. These aren't just stories, they're real experiences, submitted by viewers like you. People who face the unexplainable when darkness falls. So if you're ready to peer into the shadows, to hear what happens when ordinary people encounter the extraordinary, stay with us. Because tonight, we're about to share a story that will make you question what's really there when you turn off the lights.
This next story is called The Thing in the Mirror. This next story comes from one of our viewers. They said that they just needed someone to hear it and for someone to potentially believe them. From this next part, I will be reading the story from their point of view. I don't know if you'll believe me, but after what happened last month, I don't care anymore. I just need to tell someone. I live alone in a small bedroom. One-bedroom apartment. Nothing fancy, just quiet, old and creaky. The walls are thin enough that I can hear my neighbors talking sometimes. And the floorboards, they groan under my own weight. There's a faint smell of damp wood that just never seems to go away. My bathroom mirror has always seemed a little off. The glass is slightly warped, like it has seen too many years of humidity and bad cleaning. When I moved in, the landlord said it was just came with the place, and that it was original to the building, from his words. At first, I didn't think too much of it, but then the reflection, it started to lag. I know it sounds crazy. Sometimes I turned my head and my reflection would move a second later. At first I thought, I was just overtired. I laughed it off, tried to brush it aside, but after a few nights it got worse. And then I started to hear dripping. I would wake up in the middle of the night to hear water dripping somewhere. It was steady and rhythmic, and it was always coming from the bathroom. Every time I checked and the sink was dry, the faucet wasn't even leaking. But the sound wouldn't stop until I looked in the mirror. It was the dripping. Belonged to it, not me. And then other things started happening. Objects would move slightly. A towel I left folded would be half on the floor. The light would flicker, but only when I was in the bathroom. One night I heard whispering. I thought I was imagining it until I realized the words were coming from the mirror. I couldn't make out the sentences, just hissing fragments, like it was trying to speak to me. I decided to record it. I set my phone on the counter, and I hit record, and I left the light on. The next morning I played it back and my stomach dropped to the pit of my stomach. The mirror was fogged up, even though the room was cold. A wet handprint slowly appeared on the glass. Then a face began to form behind it, pale, smiling, watching. I froze. the reflection wasn't me. I stayed in that apartment for 2 more nights. Each time, the face got clearer. Each night, it lingered longer, until I couldn't take it anymore. I moved out 2 days later. My landlord didn't even seem surprised. He just signed and said he lasted longer than most. The slow, chilling tone in his statement left me with chills. I've been in my new place for 3 weeks now. No strange noises, no warped mirrors. Except last night. I caught my reflection smiling before I did. And I swear, I think it was enjoying itself. Well, I hoped you guys enjoyed this story. The story was submitted by one of our viewers who sent their story to our email, which I will link it below. And it will also be clipped at the end of this video if you would like to submit your own story and have it read just like our viewer here.